The Worrier. Worriers constantly scan the future for potential disasters. If there's even a 1% chance something could go wrong, they've already imagined it in 4K. They don't just expect the worst, they prepare for it emotionally, even if nothing's happening. A simple delay in response becomes a crisis. They overthink every outcome that could go wrong, even ones that don't logically follow. They may double-check messages, look for hidden meanings, or interpret silence as danger. Their minds are like live weather radars, always forecasting a storm, even under a clear sky. The planner. Planners build blueprints for everything, even things that don't require them. Starting a new hobby? They'll spend more time researching supplies than trying it. Their overthinking shows up as prep work, to-do lists, flowcharts, color-coded schedules. But often all this planning just delays action. They want to eliminate risk before moving, but life doesn't come with guarantees. Even small tasks can take hours of thought. The irony? The more they plan to avoid failure, the less they actually do, which creates the very failure they were trying to prevent. The perfectionist. Perfectionists don't just want things to go well, they want things to go flawlessly. Every detail must be right. Every result must exceed expectations. A tiny error feels like a catastrophe. This leads to constant editing, hesitating, and redoing. Even praise doesn't calm them. They focus on the one thing that went wrong. They overanalyze their performance in everything: emails, outfits, presentations, even casual conversations. To others, they may look diligent, but underneath, they're stuck in an endless loop of not good enough yet. The Analyst. Analysts break decisions into microscopic pieces. They research, compare, debate, simulate outcomes, then repeat the cycle. Even small choices, like which brand of toothpaste to buy, can become exhausting. They want logical certainty before choosing, but since no option is ever 100% perfect, they often stall. They're highly rational, but that logic becomes a trap. Analysis becomes a habit, not a tool. They don't just want to make the best choice, they want to never make the wrong one, which often means making none at all. The Avoider. Avoiders dodge decision-making by convincing themselves they need more time, more clarity, or better timing. They procrastinate under the illusion of waiting for the right moment. In reality, they're avoiding discomfort. They'll clean the room, check notifications, or suddenly care deeply about reorganizing their files. Anything to not deal with the thing they're avoiding. They overthink to buy time, but that time rarely helps. Tasks don't shrink while they wait. They grow, and overthinking becomes the tool they use to delay action indefinitely. The Ruminator. Ruminators rewind events like a mental surveillance tape. Every comment, facial expression, or awkward pause becomes evidence to review. They don't just remember, they dissect. A past mistake becomes a recurring loop, examined from every angle. Even if nothing significant happened, they'll find a reason to reanalyze it. Their minds are archives, especially for regret. They aren't looking for insight, they're stuck in replay mode. And unlike regular memories, ruminations don't fade. They linger, reinforced by overexposure and repetition. The Spiraler. Spiralers jump from thought to thought at lightning speed, usually in the worst direction possible. One missed message turns into a collapsing friendship. One awkward moment becomes social doom. It's not that the events are dramatic, it's the interpretation. They create entire storylines from fragments. Their brain doesn't stop at something's wrong. It builds a whole world around it. These spirals are fast, loud, and difficult to exit. And often, the original trigger was something as simple as a tone of voice or a brief pause. The people pleaser. People pleasers mentally review every interaction for possible offense. Was that joke too much? Did I talk too long? Did I sound weird? They try to be universally liked, and that means constant social editing. They'll rehearse conversations before and after they happen. Even when things go fine, they search for something they might have done wrong. They worry not just about being disliked, but about being misunderstood. Every facial expression from someone else is a data point to decode. Their mind doesn't rest after social situations. It replays them on loop. The Self-Critic. Self-critics are hyper-aware of their flaws, real or imagined. They mentally highlight every mistake, every shortcoming, and every awkward moment. A normal error becomes a personality flaw. A failed task becomes proof of inadequacy. They don't just overthink what they did, they question who they are. Even neutral feedback can trigger internal analysis. They compare themselves constantly and rarely meet their own standards. Their thoughts are like a critical review panel that never closes. The Fixer. Fixers scan for problems, especially emotional ones. If someone's upset, they want to resolve it. If there's tension, they want to smooth it over. Even if it's not their issue, they take mental responsibility. Their thoughts revolve around how to make things better. This often means jumping into situations uninvited or overcommitting themselves to others' needs. They can't sit with unresolved conflict. It stays in their head until it's fixed, whether or not that's actually possible. The Rehearser. Rehearsers mentally script conversations before they happen. Job interview, casual chat, unexpected call. They've already written the dialogue. They imagine how others might react and prepare dozens of responses just in case. It's not just planning, it's performance. Even low-stakes interactions are mentally rehearsed like a stage play. But real life never follows script, which leads to more overthinking afterward. The comparer. Comparers measure themselves against everyone: friends, strangers, influencers. Success, appearance, skills. Nothing is off limits. They don't just scroll social media, they analyze it. They're younger and doing better. Why am I not there yet? Even wins feel small compared to someone else's. Every accomplishment is weighed against someone who seems ahead. It's not just envy, it's relentless mental benchmarking, and the scoreboard is never in their favor.